Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, Simon here with another episode of Cowboy Bebop to watch with you all. This is episode number 10. We're only a couple of episodes away from being sort of halfway through the show, which is kind of crazy. I've been thinking to myself recently how, for a lot of shows on this channel, I've been getting through them very quickly, and it's just a very strange feeling. I've just finished The God of High School, and that seemed to fly by. I'm halfway through JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 1. I'm already like 25 episodes through Naruto. It's just mad. I've just started ReZero, and I'm pretty sure that's going to fly by. It's very weird, but, I'm enjoying it. I am thoroughly enjoying it. Now, with this show, in the last episode, we picked up what I think is the final member of the crew. At least that's what I've been told by some of you in the comments. When they went and picked up Radical Edward, who is a very energetic and quirky kid. I mean, as far as I can tell, Edward seems to be a kid. But I think she's going to bring a lot of positive energy and a much needed kind of break from the dull, drab, monotonous sometimes atmosphere amongst the crew. You got Spike, who's very laid back. You've got Jet, who's kind of uptight and, there's not a lot of fun. And you got Faye, who can be fun, but she's very much on edge because, she's about making money. She's about surviving. And so I think Ed is a good fit because she's got so many different things she can bring to the group. I mean, other than the technical expertise of being like a super hacker, I think that she's gonna, more than anything, bring a bit of lightheartedness to the group. Now, she also has a copy of MPU, I think, which is the artificial intelligence that we saw in the last episode. We actually went to Air for the first time, and that was a very interesting concept. This kind of post-apocalyptic Earth that had been destroyed by this gate disaster, which, I'm still not 100% certain on exactly what happened, but it's clear that it was enough to sort of destroy the whole of the Earth's surface, and now people have to live underground. It's a pretty bad situation to be in. But MPU was the kind of computer that was a spy satellite in disguise. He woke up, he was all alone, so he's trying to make friends. He was trying to, replicate things he'd seen before the destruction. And it was an interesting episode, It was one of those where it was like, I wasn't sure where it was going to go, and I wasn't sure even if Edward was going to become part of the crew, but I like the way that, she made sure that she got on board in the end. But again, it was another situation where they technically got the bounty, but they didn't get the reward because, they said MPU's not a real person, therefore it can't be a proper bounty, therefore you're not getting any reward money. So they are still kind of out on their arses for it, but oh well, there's not much that they can really do other than just plow on. But I get the feeling now that we've had the setup, I feel like we're now ready for the show to really hit its stride. We're kind of set up. We're ready to go into the main bulk of the story. We've been introduced to everyone. We've gotten to know everyone. And, the stage is set. So I'm looking forward to things kind of ramping up from here and getting a bit more intense. But we're going to jump into this. Before we do, I want to say a big thank you to my Patreon super supporters, Frank Tremel, Karen Abel, Ace, Nick Walters, The Seven Deadly Sins, Damon Smallwood, Michael Y, Richafa, Clara, Gros-Louis, and Mr. Greg 89. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's see what happens next. Oh god, who's this? Oh, they've captured a bounty. Did he just hair Ein? You're gonna regret that, buddy. Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Ow. Okay. I mean, you might have caught something now, but... Is that what... Did his wife leave him with just the watch and the letter?
You weren't thinking of some sweet thing from your past, were you? Someone who cried over you, huh?
So this is where he used to live.
It was somebody who made you cry.
Didn't I just say you're obnoxious?
Hello.
She hit a nerve.
This is Ganymede Police regarding your kicking anyway.
Why we can't get along for 5 minutes.
Now let me think here. What was her name? You know.
Who can't get along? Oh, Jet.
Yeah, Elisa.
So he used to be a police officer then. Why do we get the feeling that Elisa is the person we just saw in the flashback?
Sense of justice and duty.
Oh, they got paid.
Of course he's gonna go see her.
You know, he's kidding himself if he thinks his old girlfriend's still carrying a torch. For
Okay, girlfriend.
And you're kidding yourself if you think every woman's like you. They're not, you know.
Duty calls 3 o'clock tea.
Havine and Ed become best friends.
Beautiful skin can only be maintained by
Oh, that's a
tireless
very
efforts, ultimately totally futile.
skimpy
Understand?
costume.
Elisa is gone.
Uh-oh, she dead? Nope. Oh, shit.
Is it really you?
No, she's there.
Brent, he is my guest. You don't need to worry. It'll be all right.
Oh, he's being protective.
You don't mind?
No. So, how about it? You'll have a little drink, won't you?
I mean, that's turned out better than I expected for him.
I'll work it all out after I'm resettled. Don't worry.
What's with the quick cuts back and forward? That's really disorientating.
You mean that guy that was here?
Yep.
I've got some information on a new bounty head. This isn't public yet.
Oh. Oh, is it going to be for his ex? Oh no, it's for Brent.
Thug who operates down at the port of Harvest. Last night,
Oh shit.
a money guy named Law Rentzuo.
That's why he was so on edge.
Artist. The guy's dead.
It's an advantage of having a ship that can also act as a boat. You can just sit out, relax, sunbathe and fish. Oh shit.
But slowly I realized that it was real. That you were gone. And little by little I felt something inside of me go numb.
Yeah, I know that feeling, Jet.
After 6 months, I made a kind of bet with myself.
And I've forgotten about it.
Hmm. I wonder if she got caught up in the wrong people. Oh. What the hell? Looked like they were holding Elsia hostage then.
Excuse me. I'm looking for a place called La Fin.
Over there.
He's just parked in the road. Oh god.
It's all over.
So it doesn't feel like he's a bad guy. He might have just gotten in over his head.
It's because I borrowed money from a crook like him.
So he went to save her and shot him.
Never let you get mixed up in this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's found you.
Well, it looks like all my good karma is finally paying off.
Uh-oh. Oof. Oh no, they're gonna crash into each other! What are the chances? Oh man. That's steering perfectly well for a hovercraft. Oh, what's she gonna do? Whoa! Well, yeah, they are screwed now.
Someone else will be after him tomorrow, and by then you'll be an accomplice.
Stay away!
Oh!
Still have time, Elisa.
Stop protecting me! You decided everything. In the end, you were always right. When I was there with you, I never had to do anything for myself. All I had to do was to hang on to your arm like a child without a care in the world. I wanted to live my own life.
She wanted independence.
My own decisions,
That's why she left.
even if they were terrible mistakes.
No.
He'll get off with the self-defense.
They caught him.
Because time never stands still, you know?
Now he's walking away. Okay, so a very interesting little backstory episode for Jet. And one that, you know, I can oddly relate to in terms of, you know, the way he was describing how it felt when, you know, a person very close to him just leaves for reasons you don't quite understand, or, you know, for reasons you don't actually get. And then the way that affects you, you know, bit by bit until you come to, you know, a realization that you have to do something. I very much like the ending as well, you know, kind of the throwing away of the pocket watch was the symbol of healing and moving on. You know, he doesn't need that anymore. He got the reason why she left. And it's an interesting one, you know, it's an interesting reason for wanting to walk out on someone because they're, I don't want to say controlling, but, you know, you come to a point where you can't live your own life, you can't become independent. You have to live your life, you know, through them. It's like she said, she was holding on to him like a child. And if you're the type of person who loves your independence and wants to go out and live, that can be very frustrating. But, I mean, I guess, like she said, she'd forgotten about it because, well, I mean, she's been living her own life, making her own mistakes for, you know, 7 years now, was it? But I had no idea he used to be a cop. That's an interesting one. Makes him a very good candidate to be a bounty hunter, I guess. And, you know, he's just translated from, you know, official law work to being a bounty hunter, and, you know, it kind of suits him. But I was wondering what exactly was going to happen there, you know, whether it was going to be a case of, is he going to let him get away? Is Alyssa going to shoot him? Was she going to kill herself? You know, because that's the way the show could go. The show has vibes of all kinds. You know, we've seen people committing essential suicide. I think even in the first episode, you know, when they were chasing down that man and woman, and, you know, she shot the guy she was with at the cost of her own life. So they've done stuff like that before. But it all worked out in the end. You know, the guy, Rint, it looks like he's gonna get a self-defense charge, so it means, I don't know if it means whether he's not going to go to prison, but if he does, it'd be for a much less, you know, for a far less substantial term than if he'd have been charged on murder. But I like the idea that, you know, ever since Jet left, you know, his ex hasn't really been better for it in terms of her fortunes. I'm sure she's better for it personally in terms of, you know, she's had her independence, she's become her own person, she's made her own mistakes. But it's not one of those stories where, you know, she's married with kids and she's got a successful life, you know. It does go to show that sometimes, you know, when you want your own independence and you go separate ways, it doesn't always work out for the best. And that's the way it's gone here. So, very interesting episode. Yeah, and they got the bounty, I think. They got 2 bounties in this episode. That's impressive, you know? So, yeah, I liked it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.